Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another couch video. Don't get caught up into your looks. Don't get caught up because one of the things I notice if I do any videos talking about handsome men or anything related to handsome men, get a lot of stuff get a lot of engagement. And I noticed on my last one, when I was talking about, one reason that many women may reject a handsome man because, they questioning if he even likes women. A lot of guys, they weren't just so much commenting, but there were a lot of guys saying something was wrong with the woman and coming up with all this other stuff. And I'm like, whatever, it's just a basic thing. It ain't something, just to be clear, that ain't some modern woman thing. They've been doing that shit. They've been doing that shit because I actually talked to my elders and saw how they talked about certain men. But that's just a woman's nature. Some shit is time immemorial. But here's the thing though. As a man, you can't get too caught up in your looks because that's what I'm seeing. A lot of guys, they say, oh, I ain't handsome. Shoot, you can even add height to that. Or even, in some cases, their body build. What do I say when I talk about body game? Your best body. But that's all you can do. And even with your looks, I said, yeah, you want to let the Bible bless you. You still want to wash your face and all of that. You still want to have, you still want to look good. But then once you do that, you keep going. I just say look your best. But see, some guys, they caught up talking about, plastic surgery. Or they think it's over because they don't have a square jaw. Or their eyes aren't a certain way. It's that deep. It's that deep. But as a man, you can't get caught up into it. That's a woman thing, because understand something. Understand something. What's a woman's main power? Her beauty. Her beauty. Because many content creators, and other people, and this is just known. A woman's beauty is how she can move from a poor environment. Like she can be in a poorest environment, born someplace don't even have an indoor toilet, and she can become a billionaire's wife. And she only does it one way: her beauty. Beauty is a woman's thing, and how good she looks. Now some people will say, well, these modern women, they want this and that. No, not really. They ain't really changed stuff. You still want to look your best. You want to be presentable. Presentable, which means, hey, you ain't looking like a bum and shit. But you don't have to look like no damn male version of a beauty queen or a male model to get a woman. That's, like I said, that's a woman's thing. They can move up from a poor environment to become a billionaire's wife. You know how a man in that environment moves up? He don't do it through his looks. He do it through his brain. He do it through his actions. I'm gonna get more into action in the next video. He does it. He got to figure out something. He got to play sports. He got to get his brain right. If he wants to move up, it's not gonna be on his looks. It is not gonna be on his looks. Only even with the exceptions, somebody might talk about gigolos or something like that. Most of them, they still got to do some work, and they really ain't moving up to that high level, because men have always been about what we do. See, beauty, you just sitting there. Beauty is just there. A rose, if you look at a rose is a symbol of beauty. What does a rose do? A rose don't be swinging in the air. A rose just look good. That's a woman's nature, just to look good. Not a man's thing. Now, if a man got some genetics that's pleasing to many women, okay, fine. But he still got to take action. Because what do I always say? And many women have said it. Many dudes have noticed this. Many men have said, well, they said I was handsome, but I still wasn't getting play. That's because you, as a man, you got to take some action. As I said, I'm going to get back in. I'm going to get into the action piece even harder in the next one. But it's about what we do. It's about what we do, not just sitting there. We can't just sit there. A man cannot just sit there. A man has to go out and do. A man, if he wants to move up from that poor environment, he can't say, well, I look handsome and stuff. That ain't going to happen. That ain't gonna happen. The most you might get is some older woman who want a boy toy. But as a man, is that what you want to be? I don't think so. No. As a man, you want to build yourself up. Yes, you want to fix up. But you don't want to be to the point where you so caught up into your looks or your self-esteem is based on your looks or something like that. Like I said, let the barber bless you, wash up, you look your best, you can look fly and all of that. But you still got to take action. You still got to be able to do something. And that's very important. But see, too many guys, they like, well, I'm not there, or I don't have that height, or body fat percentage, and they just giving up. You know? Like there's a guy who commented on a video of mine the other day talking about, well, I'm just 5'8". And this guy always comments one way or the other, say the same shit over and over. I think he on the spectrum, to be honest. But whatever the case, whatever, what else you got? As a man, see, I'm going to tell you something now. Really, a man has it better. Let me just say this. A man has it way better than a woman. Because I'm going to tell you what, all these women out here, you got women talking about they want a man who's making $500,000 and want a man to take care of them, provide and all that. I would tell them, make sure you fix your hair. You know, deal with any acne or something and have a wear dress that make your butt look real good. And don't get mad at me for saying this, but, you know, that's the woman's power. It's her beauty. That's a woman's thing. That's a woman's thing. A woman is supposed to be magnetic. A man is supposed to be electric. We make shit happen. That means we go out. So the thing we judge on ain't so much how we look. We ultimately judge on what actions we take and what we do, what we make happen. That example again of a guy who starts off in a poor environment. Either he becomes some athlete, maybe an entertainer, or what's really most common, he hits the books. He becomes real educated. He builds himself up. There have been some billionaires. I can think of one billionaire who started off poor. We build it up, and we build it up. We don't build it up for how good we look. We build it up through our action. That's what it means to be a man. You know? You still like us, and I'm gonna reiterate, yeah, you still want to fix yourself as best as possible, but if you lose out in life, you can't say, oh, it was because my nose wasn't this or my face wasn't it. No, because you weren't standing up as a man. That's our thing. That's our thing, and that's ultimately what a woman judge a man on. Then some women stay straight up with it. They say, well, okay, I want that man to make money. Okay, he had to work hard to make that money. Of course, somebody like me come along and say, don't lead with your wallet, but, you know, women still looking at the man's actions. Or if he's protected, will he lay out a body? Will he take charge? Is he a leader? Let me use that one because I don't got nothing to do with money. Many women say they want a leader. A leader ain't leading based on what he look like. You know? He ain't saying, well, you know, he just going to take charge. A true leader is just going to take charge. He ain't going to be like, well, you know, look, I can't make money as a fashion model. He going to be like, no, I see something happening. I'm just going to take charge right here. Men do, all right? So don't get caught up in your looks, man. Don't get caught up in as a man. You just still want to fix up as best as possible. But at the end of the day, it's about the actions that you take, what you do as a man. What you do, you take action, you're active, all right? I want y'all to think about that, all right? And I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.